Israeli officials say troops have recovered the body of a second woman who was taken hostage by Hamas last month.
The IDF claims she was found in a building near Al-Shifa Hospital. 19-year-old Israeli Corporal Noah Marciano was laid to rest today. The IDF says she was kidnapped on October 7th. CBS News has not yet independently verified all of this information.
The discovery comes a day after Israel's military announced it found the body of 65-year-old Judith Weiss within the same vicinity. Troops are continuing to search the area in and around Gaza's largest hospital. CBS News foreign correspondent Imtiaz Tyab traveled into the Al-Shifa complex with a group of Israeli soldiers for a first-hand look at the complex, and he joins us now. Imtiaz, you got a rare look inside Al-Shifa, the complex there. What did you see?
Yeah, Elaine, Lana, good to be with you. We should point out that when going on an embed with the Israeli military, they control what you can see, what you can do, and where you go. They did not have any say on the kind of reporting that we did while we were there, but there are restrictions when doing that. But what we saw was frankly extraordinary. On the drive through Gaza to the Al-Shifa Hospital, it was devastation as far as the eye can see. I couldn't see a single building that was still intact. Remember, Gaza City was home to nearly 800,000 people. 800,000. It is now completely uninhabitable. But the one place there are still people in any number is the Al-Shifa Hospital, the healing hospital, if you want to translate it. And what we found was a place that was devastated and in very dire condition. We were not able to meet any of the doctors or any of the patients in the hospital. We understand there's around 650 of them. We could, however, see some of the lights were on in the hospital. That presumably is good news for those, many of whom are in critical condition.
Yeah, Imtiaz, I want to ask you about that. Understood that you were in the greater complex, but Al-Shifa was the primary hospital inside of Gaza. And we saw prior to this latest operation, the number of wounded that were being taken there. Do we know at this point, is the hospital still able to function?
Yeah, Lana, the short answer is no, not at all. It is really a refuge for people who, again, are very seriously injured. The doctors who've remained say they simply cannot abandon their patients, and that's why they're still there. It's really hard to describe what the enormity of all of this. You know, I've been covering this story for many years. I've been to Gaza many times. I've been to the Al-Shifa Hospital many times, during times of calm and during times of war. And to see this huge hospital where so much life around Gaza revolves around, you know, babies are born there. It is, you know, the main healthcare provider, providing every health need you can imagine, from maternity care to psychological care to therapy. It really was a huge part of life in Gaza. And to see this totem really of care to be on its knees like this is pretty staggering indeed.
It's such a stark contrast, Imtiaz, the picture that you paint of before to the images that we're seeing now. As you know, IDF troops say that they have found evidence that Al-Shifa was used as a Hamas command center. How are they supporting those claims?
Yeah, it's a very good question. And as you know, Elaine, leading up to this raid on Wednesday in which Israeli commandos essentially surrounded Al-Shifa, started entering, there was a firefight. It was a pretty chaotic scene. And since then, these special forces who we met with, who took us there, have essentially been searching from top to bottom, trying to find evidence of what they described as a Hamas command center. Now, they showed us a tunnel shaft, they showed us some guns that they recovered, some ammunition, some grenades, all of which they say points to evidence of this Hamas command center. But I had to be pretty blunt with them in my questioning, which was to say, as far as evidence goes, it seems underwhelming, quite frankly, given in the weeks leading up to this raid on Al-Shifa, which really has been the Israelis' justification for its extraordinarily heavy bombardment in Gaza, saying that it was the epicenter of this Hamas resistance. To only find a handful of guns, what appeared to be a tunnel, again, doesn't speak to what they said was this massive, large base that was underground being used by Hamas. Now, in saying that, Israeli leaders have said to us this is very early days, that they know that there's more underground and that they will provide that evidence when it comes. But again, with international community outraged and horrified by what they're seeing across Gaza, the devastation so widespread, and frankly, the horrors that we've seen at Al-Shifa, a hospital, many people are asking some very pointed questions to the Israeli leadership.
Yeah.
Guys.
Imtiaz Tyab, extraordinary reporting. Thank you. The Biden administration is investigating 7 schools after receiving complaints of alleged anti-Semitism and Islamophobia.
Tensions have increased on campuses nationwide since the Israel-Hamas war broke out. The Department of Education is looking into apparent civil rights violations at several schools, including higher education institutions like Columbia, Cornell, and the University of Pennsylvania. They risk losing federal funding if they do not comply with the investigation.